As I start recording, the box jumps up on your screen. Click the word "Got it," and then okay, and then find your space. And this is your minimum homework that ideally you're doing. Is this sitting, finding a central pillar, relaxing the body down through sort of like you picture a glass of dirty water that's been stirred up, and then you let it sit for a period of time. Then there's this natural settling quality. That's what we want to do with the body weights, the tension and body weight in our being held in our body, is first create that good alignment, and then try to soften and release so that there's this quality of settling down through the chair, down through our legs, out of the body. So we're getting rid of anything that's extra. And what is then left is soft, supple, loose, and mobile. So that's what Tai Chi is the practice of, is being in this soft and relaxed state, and then practicing movements never leaving that state. So most of the time, as soon as it's time to move the body, it's a common response, is we tense and grab the body and then move it. That creates restriction at the joints. It's as if we're almost fighting ourselves trying to move. And that's made very clear with the Parkinson's, that everyone that I have worked with in classes and privately, that when they're trying to do something with what they call Li, tension-based strength, it becomes exponentially more difficult. But when you all can find that softness and then practice moving without leaving that soft quality, you're still very able to execute movement. And it's also how we walk as well, this sort of shifting, leisurely, left leg, right leg, soft, relaxed foot floating out. And so again, let's just really keep in mind, we're cultivating an entire separate method of power, method of movement. So we're finding vertical axis, softening and releasing, letting everything drain out, settle down, and what's left is this loose quality. And then let's just do about 5-7 breaths in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. Now keep this soft quality through the body as you slide hands, elbows, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arch the back. And then slide hands forward past the knees, hollow the chest, drop the head. 3 more. Hands slide back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, arch. Slide hands forward, hollow the chest, round. Slide back, arch. Slide forward with hands. Come back to vertical, stay relaxed, go left hand forward, right hand and elbow back, turn the shoulders, turn the head, and then switch. Right hand forward, left hand and elbow back, turn the shoulders and head, and switch. Remember what we're really practicing is the hydraulic movement system. So if you find yourself slipping back into your habitual tension, grabbing on and then turning, resolve that, dissolve that, let it go. Let it go. Let it be in that state of easy release. And what you will find is that the joints and tissues much prefer this state when it comes to moving. Come back to middle, hang the arms alongside you, and then we gently shift to the right. Buttock lean to the right. Lift your left wrist and your left foot a little bit. And then we switch. Lean. Right wrist, right foot. Lean. Do that a few times, back and forth. Doing these particular movements that we can execute with this release and relax quality. Now, sitting in the middle, shoulders forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. Do that a few times. These are one of the most common places where the body gets stagnant, congested, glued, stuck. Because the shoulder blades, arms, chest, there's a lot of different layers of muscle and places crisscrossing, right? Let's reverse. So we're just cleaning out traffic jam. We're getting traffic to flow through when it comes to the joints and tissue relationships. Because that's what a body is. It's a bunch of relationships. And as we age, and especially if we get certain illnesses that kick in, it's sped up this process of hardening and gripping and becoming stuck and collapsed. And so these practices are directly attacking that threat that's accumulating in our body. We're just directly going to it, but we're using softness as our weapon. Find the middle and bend elbows. Bring elbows out and up and down. And then around in front, down. Out and up, down. Around in front, down. One more. And then elbows straight back. Let this open up this space here. And then elbows down, forward, and up, moving with this space, staying relaxed and free. And then forward, down, and back. Down, forward, up. One more. And then elbows down, elbows out, one above, one below, cross and hug. Elbows out, cross, hug. Out. Breath. Open. Breath. Open. Elbows down, arms in front, wrist circles. And then reverse wrist circles, under, over, top, under, over, top, under, over, top. And relax. Scoot a little bit back in your chair. Right knee, lift. Right heel, pull in towards buttock. Push. Reload it. Set it down. Other leg. Load it. Push it. Reload it. Set it down. Load. Push. Load. Down. Again. One more. Now, the foot and ankle, straighten leg, point foot, flex foot. Point, flex. And then invert, evert, tilting. And then circle. And reverse, circle. And switch. Point and flex. Invert, evert. Circle. And reverse circle. And then scoot forward on your chair. Step feet a little wider than hip distance. Lift your toes up. Then turn knees and toes in. Lift toes, knees and toes out. Knees and toes in. Knees and toes out. This quad, this groin area, that's what we're turning and turning with the intention of sort of wringing out whatever's stuck in there, circulating it, so that what we feel is more space, more open, loose, spacious. Back to neutral, hip hinge, fold forward, and upright. Slightly back, upright, forward, upright, back. Again, here we're just cultivating that same spacious quality, but from the pelvic movement, and the legs are stable. Last one. And we're upright. Hang your arms. Bring the arms in front. Swing. 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 Right arm forward, left arm back. Swing. Swing. Let this cause just this little turning, this light rotation. And let them relax. Then your legs, your body weight, feel how it's going through the chair to the earth. The legs are kind of being used, but really they're not. Do this little foot pitter pat. And so you feel that the legs are more or less empty. Arms now loose, shoulders loose, fold at the hips. Pour the weight out of the chair down through the legs. Notice now the legs are not empty. The weight is going through like a plug in a socket. You're connecting down through. And then sitting down by folding, staying super loose, finding the chair with your buttocks, and then leaning back and noticing, okay, now your feet are empty again. And then we fold, pour the weight down to the earth. So the key quality of standing up is down. And that's, again, at first it's kind of different than how we think. We're trying to pull ourselves up instead of letting everything that wants to go down, that can go down. And that's, we could say, gravity and levity. Gravity and levity. So we're playing with those concepts. So we're letting everything gravitationally be down. And then the body has this levity quality. We sit, loose. So anything that's not being used to physically ground us to the ground is light, is loose. Pour the weight, spilling the legs, rise. And then just do 4 times the squat where folding, you don't sit in the chair, you just get low and you rise up. And see how loose can you be? How soft, how much can you let the arms just hang? How much can you let the, like I was saying before about the relationships between joints and tissue, that's what the body's made up of. You want to cultivate more and more of those relationships to be sliding, gliding, rolling, with like a glycerin lubricant in between. Right? And that's what we sort of squeeze out when we're in a state of tension. We're getting rid of the lubricant. Whereas when we practice relaxed movement, we're promoting that lubrication throughout the body. So now we're standing. Let your body weight shift a little bit towards the front of your feet. Because there's more foot in front, we can actually create a little bit of a diagonal line with the body. Rock to the middle of the feet, and then when you go a little bit to the heels, notice I don't lean back from up here. It's from the belly level. You go back a little bit so that you're in your heels. And then from the belly, we lean forward. And then from the belly, we come back. Forward. And back. And notice, when you're back in the heels, the toes are empty. So it's just what is connecting you to the ground is just the heels. And then just the toes. And then just the heel. And just the toes. Now, stay just in the toes. We've done this one before, but not for a while. While you stay in your toes, from your middle, just lean over so you're only really through your right toes, right ball of foot. And then come back to where you're in both, and then go over to the left, where you're only in the left and your right foot's a little empty. And then across to that right foot. And then across from the middle. So all this is loose. Head is loose. Body loose. We're just kind of leisurely swaying, right? Now stay to your left foot. Go from the ball of the foot to the left heel. So you're really only in your left foot and you're rocking to the heel of the left foot. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see that I'm a little bit forward. And just remember, when I go a little bit back, I don't lean the body back. I'm just moving from this middle level, from this level forward, back, back into the heel. This foot's almost completely empty here because I'm just arranged over this leg. Now go back to your left heel, stay in the heels, and go from left heel to right heel. And then from right heel to left heel. We're practicing as best as possible, soft and loose. That quality of soft and loose naturally grounds us, naturally connects us to the ground and creates a lightness and an agileness up top. Now stay in your right foot and go from right heel to right ball of foot. So you're leaning forward and you're staying to the right as you then go back to your heel. Forward to the ball of the foot. Back to the heel. And this kind of practice is a really good one if you're standing in line, waiting, you know, or you're just watching television, you want to stand up and watch and just kind of tip and lean. Now let's go for the circle. So go from left foot, go from right foot to left foot on the toes, then go from left toe to left heel, then go left heel to right heel. And see if you can stay super loose and just flow around the circle. This is another thing I've worked on with people with the dyskinesia. When your body's doing a lot of sort of dyskinesia activity, us trying to hold our body still creates all this sort of fighting. So allowing for this sway, this changing, allow that dyskinesia when it wants to process through. Let's go ahead and change the direction of the circle. Go from left to right in the toes, back to the heels, cross. Because the truth of the matter, from the Taoist point of view, is that the qi is flowing. The body does want to be in this state of movement and flow a lot of times rather than standing still. Most people, when they're standing still, they're holding still rather than feeling open and fluid, which can create a stillness as well. And then let's come back to the middle. Rock a little bit to your heels. Let the arms swing back a bit. Turn the palms forward and open. So you're in your heels, open, reaching out to the tips of the fingers. Now rock to the toes. Kind of lean forward, sweeping the arms around and out in front of you, palms face up. Notice how I'm reaching. I'm not here close. I'm reaching, which then allows this flowing in, bringing the hands in as if in the mouth. Down the central channel to the middle, and then hips hinge back, fingers dip down, and we just sink and straighten the arms completely. And then push through the earth and rise all the way to standing. Rock a little bit back, swing arms back, turn palms forward, and float. That's eventually just one smooth gesture. Rock forward to the toes, arms stay long, all the way out in front, palms face up. Rock to the heels, the elbows soften, the hands come as if in the mouth. And then rock to the middle of your feet, hands settle to the middle, hips hinge, fingers dip, and then we sink and we straighten the arms. All the way vertical. Pause. And then rock back and open. Rock forward, sweeping around, reaching. Rock back, hands come in. Rock middle, hands settle to middle. Hips hinge back, and we just slide. Round by round, we'll do two more. We want this to yield eventually this, like I'm saying, everything's gliding. Slide. That doesn't mean when we're being soft and leisurely, it doesn't mean we're not being thorough and complete. So it's that combination of both these ideas that seem sort of opposite to each other that actually produces the result we're looking for. One more. We rock back, we open. The looser and softer we are, it actually increases our range of motion. Loose and soft. Way out, right? Way out. Rock. In. Rock middle, settle. Sink. Rock. Shogun, or closing gesture. Wing, roll, fold. Settle down. Hands cross. We're doing a few Qigong movements here. Change your weight to your left leg. Let the weight go down through the left until your right foot becomes completely empty. While staying there, reach your left hand like you're trying to touch something down. Right wrist floats up. Let the body sort of lean and tilt that way. and then change everything. So the weight goes down through the right leg, the right arm reaching long, the left wrist floating up. Change all the way to the other side. Change again, all the way. Change. 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 Few more. So it's not just the destination, right? So like this here is the end of the position, and then we're going to get to the same position on the other side, but it's not like we rush. It's the whole movement that is this polishing of the relationships, kind of this topsy-turvying, this leaning almost like a boat in water. Just we're keeping our middle, and yet we're leaning, listing all the way to this side, and then we're listing all the way to this side. And then down, wing, roll, pull, settle, hands at the middle. Hands cross, down. Bring your hands up in front, 5 fingers touching. Open. Open, open. Now at maximum open, notice that my arms are not back here. I don't want to go back there. I want to think out. So reach that point where you're out as far as you can and go a little further, but do it with softness. If you find yourself grabbing and trying to do it, let go and get a little further out. And then just let the hands all the way back to touch. Above the diaphragm, at the chest level. Open. As you open, go into your right leg. Your right leg. So I'm going into my right leg, so I'm headed this way. You should be headed that way into your right leg. And then go into your left leg as the hands come back to the middle. And then into your right leg. All the way. And your left leg. Open. Close. Open. Close. One more. To the upper basin. Drop your hands below the diaphragm, above the navel. Open. Close. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this. Open. At no point am I going back here. And close. Open. Close. It's like we're being pulled apart. And then that soft return is just natural. We're not pulling back together, we're sliding back together. We're exuding and manifesting yang, and then we're yinning. We're softening and returning, consolidating. One more. Back. And then hands drop right in front of the groin area, swinging open, staying low. But as you open and open and open, eventually the hands kind of lift in space, but not because you're trying to lift them, because you're opening. Because again, often when we think lift the hands, we shorten here to lift up and we tighten here. So we're working on this opening quality and closing. So that hydraulic movement, that's using this hydraulic system to execute power, execute movement, is understanding it as openings and closings rather than contractions. And this one flows right into what's called open heaven, closing earth. So bring your hands together, cross, lift, open, down, cross, lift, open, down. When you cross, go into your left leg, cross, lift. When you open, go into your right leg, down, cross, lift, open, into the right leg, down, cross. This closes the front, opens the back. Then we open the front without closing the back, because the arms don't go yanked behind the body. Continue, close, lift, open. One more. Opening heaven, closing earth. Now, open, over the top, arms stay long out in front, they close. Touch these together, fold, stay long as you come down through the middle. Open, over top, close, fold, slide. Open, close, open, close. When we open, go into the right leg. As you close, left leg. Then open and lift, in the right leg you go. Close and lower, left leg. Go. Open and lift. Close. Two more. Underlying mechanisms that get stuck and frozen, we're unfreezing them, getting them to glide and slide. Last one. Shogun, or closing gesture. Bend your right elbow. Now you're going to reach forward, across, and at a slight up. Index and middle finger lead the way. That pulls this particular line here. Then rotate, turn palm up, stay long through the arm, bring it down, bring it under, turn the palm out, fold. So now the weight is naturally in your right leg here. As you reach your right hand across, get to that full reach and feel how your weight should naturally now be in your left leg. And the hand stays across as you come down, under, you go into your right leg, bend, reach across, stay reached across, arm goes down, under, bend elbow, reach, stay long through the arm as you come down. Marjan, stay long through the arm as you come down. Long through the arm, yeah. Under, it's still long, and then only here do we bend. And then it's reach, stay long as you go down, under. One more. Now, same arm, complementary exercise. Come under, reach across, get to this corner over here again. Palm now facing forward as you draw the top of a sort of circle type shape. And then under, when you're reaching under into this corner, the weight naturally goes into your left leg and the waist naturally turns this way to the left. And then as you draw the circle back this way, the waist naturally turns that way and the weight goes into the other way. So it's kind of a secret, sneaky way that's helping us with our balance, helping us with our underlying mechanics. But one of the keys to this is being so relaxed that your feet, even though I'm reaching with effort, I'm not lifting up this opposite leg foot. It's staying connected to the ground, down, and this one stays connected to the ground. Reach. Turn. Reach. Turn. And the softer we are, the more this movement gets to where we want it to get to in terms of opening and closing the two quad or groin area, turning the deep mechanism in our middle, and opening up tissue and joint relationships. Now, change the weight to your left leg, bend left elbow. Back to the first exercise. Reach forward and diagonally across. Now get long, turn the palm up, stay long, coming down, and then under, turn the palm out, bend the elbow, then we're ready to go to this corner again. Reach, turn palm up, stay long as you go down, and then under, turn the palm out, bend elbow, ready to go again. Reach, turn palm up as you fall down along that right side, come under, turn the palm out, bend elbow, reach, turn palm up, down, go. Couple more. Feet stay both as if magnetically sealed to the ground, if you can. If you can't, okay. But over time, you want to be able to soften long through the groin and leg so that the leg's not being pulled with the reach. That instead, this is creating a dynamic separation that then gets to resolve itself and come back. Reach. Full extend. Long. Down. Full extend. Complementary exercise. Left arm comes under, reaches to that corner with the palm now facing forward so the arm is internally rotated. Draw a nice circle. Let the arm finish. Relax. Under, coming under, reaching across and get to that corner. Then draw that circle. And that same rule applies here, that we are not cranking the arm behind the head at all. This is all happening in front of the body. So I'm going to turn sideways for a couple so you can see that my hand exists out in front. I'm not forcing it back here at all. So that's an emphasis in Tai Chi and Qigong movement, that our body is not symmetrical front to back. We open and close in the front. We only want to be open in the back. We don't want to jam our back shut. And down. Bend right elbow. Reach right hand across to this corner. As you turn the palm up and descend, bend your left elbow. As you reach, turn palm up. As that descends, bend right elbow. As you come across, reach, turn palm up, let it fall, left elbow. Reach, turn palm up, let it fall, right elbow bends. Reach, turn palm up as it falls, left elbow bends. Changing weight, leg to leg, turning. Keeping the feet magnetically sealed to the ground if you can. That really makes this movement more beneficial to the lower mechanisms of the quad, the groin, and also just the hips and back. And as you bring that left hand across, bring right hand under, reach up to this corner. As you turn and draw that circle, bring left hand under, reach up to this corner, turn, under, reach to the corner, turn, under, reach to corner, turn. Both hands down, shogun, 7. Cross. Point your left fingertips towards this corner. So notice that I'm not pointing straight to the side, I'm pointing to this forward corner. Now stay long as you come across, then come in close, come across your collarbone, reach out to the corner, cross, come in close, through, reach to that corner, turn, round, long, close, far away, close. Reverse in close as you go this way, far away as you go that. Then come in close right into the collarbone area, reach, far away. Again, you might think we're only working, let's say, the arm or the shoulder, but if you're being loose and you're letting the weight change and turn this way and the weight change and turn that way, you're actually loosening up all these underlying mechanics. And you're inducing, again, the looser you are, the more you're inducing this state of sung, soft and supple. And then let's let that arm relax. Point your right hand to the right corner. Stay far away as you come around. Come in close. Reach to this corner. Stay far away. In close. You notice we're kind of doing this shifting, this swaying, leisurely shift and change on our feet. We're using the balls of the feet, the heels. reverse, close, far, close, simple circles in the various planes of movement. Again, just letting this induce hip, leg, spinal, shoulder, head, neck movement. We're just letting this body get looser. One more. And show. Palms facing each other. Swing. Swing under. Swing. Down under. When you come up, let the legs straighten up a little bit. When you come down, let there be this little sinking. So it's not the same as a squat. It's just this slight amount of buoyancy. Up and over. Down. Up. Body is straight. As we're coming up and over, even though we're straight and reaching up, if we're soft enough, we still feel very grounded. Still feel very connected, rather than we're up here with a bunch of tension and we feel like maybe we could fall over. And then it's just soft sinking under. There's this rise, but that soft quality is what keeps us connected down to the earth. Now we switch directions by coming all the way, and then we swing up, turning naturally down. So there's these mechanisms being induced to move. So this is all Tai Chi. This is all Qigong. It's all the mechanisms or the movements that you would see in a form that would flow into another movement, into another movement, into another movement. But here we get the opportunity to really find the mechanism, really get it gliding and sliding. But you got to emphasize this idea that every round needs to be softer than the last, looser than the last. Middle. Shogun. Now, remember soft cotton fist. This fist that isn't jammed in like this. According to the Taoist view, this actually sort of painful and injurious to the joints of the bones in the hand and the knuckles. So this soft, loose, open fist, like so. And then load them up kind of like rock'em sock'em robots, this little bent slugger position. And have your feet just slightly turned out and a little bit of a squat, just this little bit. So we're not standing up like this, we're just a little like this. Now, your left fist, extend it forward, and then bring it back as the right fist extends forward. Back forward. Back forward. So as you keep doing this, we want this inducing this movement as well as groin area. When I punch this way, I want this to open rather than as I punch this way, this collapses, right? This is what happens when we're not paying attention is we're kind of collapsing and collapsing versus we're open. And then when you punch across here, you should feel this sort of opening of that quad. And then you draw back and punch through the middle, and now this quad opens. Quad. Quad. And then also watch what my hands do. At the end of the punch, I open the fist, soften, so everything's relaxed. And then there's this light firming into the fist as you go through. And then there's this relax. And then firming. And again, firming is relative. It's not hard. It's just soft to slightly more firm. Soft. Slightly more firm. Soft. 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 And go. The lion plays with the ball. We may have done this once, maybe twice. So same setup in the legs, this little turnout of the feet, this little sinking of the hips. Again, so we're not standing like this here, right? And then you kind of keep that general setup, left hand high, right hand low. Take that top hand out over the top of a ball. Now, as that hand comes under, this hand goes to the top, and then it's one under, one over. Now, again, similar to our punches, this quad should now open, and then that comes under and roll the ball. This quad opens, the waist kind of turns that way a little bit, and then roll the ball. But again, we don't want to grab onto these parts and try to move from there. We want to loosen and then just be thorough with this loose ball rolling motion. Ilana, notice that my bottom hand is not coming behind my body. It's coming in here. Try to be precise, right? So when I'm doing these movements, I am being precise. Roll the ball. Roll. Roll. Reverse. Top hand comes back, bottom hand extends out. Then they get top and bottom and reverse. 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 Roll. Lion plays with the ball. Reverse again. Over the top. Underneath. Roll. Roll. Reverse. Roll. And go. And then another fun one here. We go out. So this is happening at the belly height. Far away. In close. Far away. Down to this hip. Hip. Come under. And then go far away. In close. Far away. In close. Far away. So these last two come from Bagua, which is all about spirals. I kind of messed that last one up here. Keep that. So the palm is attempting to keep facing up like you're carrying a little teacup in the hand throughout. Now we reverse. Come cross, far away, in close, far away. In close, far away. In close, far away. Close, far, close. And again, this induces certain body mechanics. There's turning. When it's in close, we got to kind of get out of the way. When we're far away, we have to keep our middle. When we're in close, we're getting out of the way. When we're far away, we're keeping our middle. One more. And other hand. Far away. In close. Far away. In close. Palm trying to face up the whole way. Far away, belly level. Come in close, palm still facing up, and we're tucking it this way. So that's kind of the trick, that the arm's now in internal rotation as we're far away, and then we turn palm up. Far away, in close, far. But first it's weird, and then it's natural. But just see if you can get some idea of what this is today. And reverse. So we go close, far, close, far. Scoop right across belly area, close. Far away as you come up to shoulder height. Come in close across the shoulders. Then far away as you go from shoulder to belly height. Scoop. Far away as you come up to shoulder height. Stay close. Far away. Two more. Sink chi, wash organs 3 times. So that's that one we did at the beginning. Rock back, open, lift. Rock forward, close. Rock back, bringing in the upper. Rock to the middle of the feet, hands settle to the middle. Hip hinge, sink, soften arms long. Stand up. Again, rock back, forward, back, middle, Last. Final shogun, wing, roll, hold, settle. Seal. 1, 2. 5 breaths here where you just see if you can totally feel this ease, soft, relaxed. Know that as you let the mind be clear, you let the body be relaxed and inactive, you could say, that is the technique of letting your chi, your life force, reconsolidate in the battery. Like as if we take a really fantastic nap, we just kind of zonk out and we go into a blank space. We go into a state of wu ji, of no activity. And so we want to train that, see if we can even consciously, without falling asleep, be in that state of wu ji, or no activity, and recognize that that is a nourishing, recharging, rejuvenative state to maintain. And then we close with this little hand gesture. Makes a little yin yang looking symbol, harmonizing yin and yang, polarities. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you have a comfortable seat. And again, if you need to be gone, you can leave, wave goodbye. If you have any questions,